Hello everyone, and welcome to a game I like to call Blues and Bullets. I usually like to call things by their name, yes. Now, I can understand if you haven't heard of this game, but I will not tolerate it fading into obscurity because let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. This hidden gem is a diamond in the rough, and oh shit, I'm letting all my metaphors get out at once. Created by developers A Crowd of Monsters, Episode 1 of Blues and Bullets was released in 2015 on the PC. Over the next year and a half, a second episode sought wider release on both Xbox One and the PS4. At time of recording, I have both episodes available on PS4, and I've only played the first one because as soon as I played this game, I knew I had to make a video about it. So what? So fucking what, I hear you say? What's the big deal about this game? I know. All in good time, my friends. Let's dive in, shall we? Blues and Bullets is set in an alternative reality in which we play as the one and only Elliot Ness. For those of you who don't know, that's the guy who people usually associate with the arrest and conviction of crime lord Al Capone. There was a movie about it, Kevin Costner was there. I don't know. Anyway, the important information here is that the real Elliot Ness, besides looking like Charlie Sheen by way of Twilight Zone, died in his 50s of a heart attack. But in this game, he is alive and kicking, spending his retirement operating a diner called Blues and Bullets. Pretty pessimistic name for your restaurant there. It is eventually revealed through some newspaper clippings that he has presumably kept pinned to that corkboard for nearly 20 years at this point, that Elliot Ness, in the game, does indeed have a history with the big boy himself, just like in real life. Now, if the black and white colour scheme didn't already make it clear, this game is intended to be a noir-style thriller. The gameplay is mostly reminiscent of other narrative-based games such as Heavy Rain or Telltale's The Walking Dead, where the story is king. Blues and Bullets decides to take things in an interesting direction by almost immediately throwing us into a flashback of Elliot Ness single-handedly assaulting the mansion of Al Capone, armed with a pistol. Right off the bat, what the fuck is going on? Seriously, I spent the opening trapped in a cell as a little girl and that didn't end well. Then I had to decide how much sauce to put on a burger, and now I'm mowing down hordes of gangsters. Oh, did I mention Ness is completely smashed during the entire segment? I'm not joking, look at this. Besides being drunk enough to be trying his award-winning Solid Snake impression,
Tell Capone that Elliot Ness is here. We're going to finish this thing once and for all.
he also clearly possesses the strength of 10 men. I mean, look how hard this guy takes Elliot's spastic drunken punch. Look at him, he doesn't even know what he's doing. Anyway, eventually you make it to Big Al himself.
There he is!
Who, no matter what, can't die in this scene. So no matter what, you killed all those people outside for no reason. Eventually, after opting to show restraint, Ness leaves and we're back to 20 years later. Capone has been released from jail and invites you to meet him in the hotel. There is also a blimp. Okay. On your way to Capone's room, you can interact with the environment in several ways, usually just by staring creepily at it. But this one scene, I'm just going to play in its entirety because you need to see it.
Bravo!
So, after causing an accidental death, everyone applauds and the knife thrower just sits there heartbroken. What? What? Alright.
I'm sorry.
Well, there's no use apologising now, she's dead. Moving on, it is revealed that the little girl in the intro is Al Capone's granddaughter, Sophia. Ness agrees to help search for her, and then you're thrown into another shooting segment. I mean, it looks cooler than the first one, but all I'm doing is shooting. Oh yeah, did I mention this entire segment is on rails? And every shooting segment is on rails? Meaning, he's moving himself here. The only thing I'm doing is choosing when to pop out and shoot, so there's not really any challenge to this. Eventually you make it home, neck some solid cheese, and you're done for the night. The next day marks the beginning into the investigation of Sophia's disappearance. It's here we discover that despite being a well-respected ex-detective, Elliot Ness does not know what a doorbell is, nor a camera.
Mr. Ness, can you open the door for me?
So, what can you tell me to restore my faith in you as a detective?
What is that?
Not a good start.
Seriously, he's even stumped by this guy's fucking camera. Now, this part of the game is where a crowd of monsters finally decide to deliver on their promise of a detective noir game. You walk around the house gathering clues and piecing them together on this board. It's nothing revolutionary, but it's a nice change of pace and it's fun to see if you can figure it out before Elliot does. You're also rewarded with a pretty cool cutscene. Reminds me of Sherlock or something. So you find a racist mummy.
Oh, get your hands off me, Negro!
See, I'm not kidding. And he tells you that to go to the docks to continue the investigation. The following day, you disguise yourself as said mummy and try to meet up with his boss at the docks. After opting in for some casual racism ourselves,
Ah, you got one of those uppity Negroes, I see.
You have no idea, my friend.
it is revealed that the guy you're trying to find, yeah, he's in a submarine over there. Okay. The game then decides to rip off the credit sequence from the Avengers 2, and that's the end of Chapter 1. Oh wait, there's more.
I'm sorry.
Oh no!